Good morning, friends. It is Brooke from LegaSHE. I am walking the streets of New York City right now. Come along with me. I'd like to show you some things, if you're interested in commercial real estate, of course. First, we stop for tea. So I'm going to give you a good example of one of the things that commercial real estate folks do as they walk around the streets of New York. And it's not necessarily how everybody else looks at the streets of New York. So what I am doing right now is I am just walking up and down, and I found a sign on a building. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so here's a retail space for lease, and most folks are going to walk by this and say, that's really interesting, there's a retail space for lease, la la la, keep going. But those of us who like commercial real estate, these are treasure troves of information. So how is this a treasure trove? You have the ability to call the folks who know every detail about this particular space. Why? Because they've put their phone number and their email address right on it. And now I think that this is the part of commercial real estate that it is really fun and fascinating, and also a little bit scary for the beginner. So why is it fun and fascinating and a little bit scary for the beginner? When you're starting out in commercial real estate, information is your friend. When you've been around commercial real estate forever, information is still your friend. It's one of your best friends. And if you are comfortable dialing for data, dialing for information, all you have to do is look at all of the buildings around you in the city, pick up the phone and call. Okay, the first time you do it, and this is from someone who has dialed for data forever. The first time you do it, you feel a little sheepish, right? Even the best salesperson in the world, the best and most, natural. I don't like that term, natural, but just bear with me for a moment. The person who you remember when you were growing up as, wow, that person's going to be a saleswoman, or that person's going to be a salesman. That person, even that person got butterflies in their stomach the first 100 times they called people. And I think it's really important that you recognize, just like going to the gym, when you go to the gym, you do reps. And as you do reps, you get better and better. But the first couple of days you go to the gym, in the back of your mind, you're going, no, I don't want to do this. This doesn't feel good. No, this doesn't feel good. And then it becomes habit, and you build the muscle, and it's more habit, and then it becomes natural to you, even though you didn't like doing it at first. So when I say I don't like the word natural as in, oh, this person was born with it. No one is born with it. We all figure it out as we go. So those treasure troves of information, why might you pick up the phone and call someone who has a retail bay for lease? Well, in my experience, and I was doing a lot of calling initially because I was a lender and I wanted data. And then I started doing calls when I was in different roles because I wanted to understand rents in neighborhoods, and I wanted to understand the market dynamic. Brokers have an incredible amount of knowledge about their territories. And if you can befriend, oh my God, here's my husband. He found me walking the streets of New York. Hello, I'm making a video. Okay, and now we're in the subway together. This may feel very New York centric, right? I'm sorry if it does. I get that. It's not though. You can walk around or drive around or take public transportation around any city to kick the tires and have a look at the real estate in your location. And there will be phone numbers, there'll be emails, there'll be websites posted all over the buildings for sale or for lease. And just like you are flexing your muscle and learning how to ask for data, other people, let me say that differently. Just like you are flexing your muscle to find the data, the person who's picking up the phone on the other end of the line is also practicing their pitch, and they're honing their craft as well. An incoming phone call is typically welcome, especially if it's in honor of figuring things out. You're trying to figure things out. So dial away, my friends. I'm back at my desk here. Thank you for joining me on a quick walk around town. Why did I take you with me and tell you about calling folks to get data and information? Can't you just sit at your computer and look it all up online? There is a lot of data online, that is true. But commercial real estate is a business of people, and getting to know people and understanding who is connected to different things. And one of the things that I want to break down as I focus on LegaSHE is gatekeeping. Gatekeeping is the act of keeping lots of folks out from getting access to information. And this is not something that folks wander around and say that they do. I gatekeep. I'm a big gatekeeper. No, it's not I'm purposefully making sure I gatekeep. But the reality of commercial real estate is that there's a lot of information and different folks have pockets of the information. And so the best thing that you can do as you're learning is just start asking people questions and getting access to information. No one here in the commercial real estate industry is the gatekeeper of all intel. No one. Everyone has little bits and pieces. And the more comfortable that you get seeking out bits and pieces, and some of it will be on the internet, and some of it will be via phone calls, and some of it will be through conversations that you have. You'll meet someone, you'll start chatting about it. The more comfortable you get in doing that reconnaissance, that just asking like an intern of life for information, the more success and the more comfort you will have in commercial real estate. So I'm hopeful that this mini walkabout gives you a little bit of confidence. The gatekeepers aren't scary. They don't even realize they're doing it. Truly, most of them don't realize they're doing it. It's just, I have some info and I need to get some info, and I got to find some more info, and then I need to find that person to get some info, and that's how the space works in practice. But I don't want anyone who's watching these videos to be shy about calling for info. There's no wrong way to do it. You'll get hung up on occasionally. Yeah, you will. You will get hung up on. And you take it with a grain of salt, and you dust yourself off, and you jump back up, and you make another call. You don't let it bother you. Be like a duck. Let the water flow off your back. Keep going. Thanks, everyone. Brooke from LegaSHE.